Hey guys, Michael J. Crawford, aka Salty here. And you know, we learned something recently. We learned that Midnight's Edge, Overlord DVD, also known as Doomcock, Mecha Random 42, Sidetrack, The Angry Badger, Just Some Guy, Lack of Entertainment, Mr. H Reviews, Major Grin, WFS, Your Doctor News Guru, Adam Post, along with many, many others, may in fact suffer from a condition called also known as mass psychogenic illness, which is a social phenomenon where a group of people experience similar symptoms that suggest an organic illness, but there is no identifiable cause. They seem to all carry the same delusion, the idea that Star Trek Discovery has officially been removed from canon due to the panicking executives over at Paramount. Now look, let me make this perfectly clear. In this video, I am in no way, shape, or form attempting to defend Star Trek Discovery. I think that show, for the most part, is complete trash, and while it did improve over the course of its 5 seasons, it never elevated itself to the level of almost any other Star Trek. I mean, almost because, well, there's Picard, so, you know. But the problem is that this whole kind of hysteria started around this scene from the finale of Star Trek Lower Decks.
Sensors are detecting an increase in tachyons.
Tachyons mean nothing to a bird of prey.
Now, in and of itself, this clip may not mean much, but then we get this clip to explain what happened.
The rift is surrounded by a Schrödinger possibility field.
A what?
The S field completely remaps matter into other possibilities from the multiverse. Fascinating.
All right, so we have a field that changes whatever comes into it into other things from the multiverse. So the obvious conclusion is that that means that the Klingons that we see in Star Trek Discovery are from some other timeline in the multiverse. And so everybody is celebrating victory indeed, because it is official, Star Trek Discovery is not from whatever we want to call the prime timeline. And as the episode goes on, we see that there's a type of starship called the Freedom class.
Report! We only have one to sell! We're in the Cerritos from a reality where it's a Freedom class.
That is apparently from some other timeline, along with ancient Klingon sailing barges.
Oof, an ancient Klingon sailing barge.
That's fine. That's no big deal. In fact, we even get a ship from the Terran Empire.
Cerritos is a Terran Empire ship now.
So, of course, all these things would support the idea that Discovery is not just part of another timeline, because we all know the Terran Empire is part of another timeline. As far as the ancient Klingon sailing barge, well, you know, who knows? And the Freedom class, has anybody seen a Freedom class anywhere in Star Trek before? No. So obviously these are all just things from other timelines to support the idea that Discovery has been decanonized. You know, the cool thing is that Discovery is not the only thing that was decanonized by this episode. Well, you know, thanks to this episode, we also have decanonized my least favorite Star Trek film, First Contact, along with Insurrection and Nemesis, which is fine because the Sovereign class, we find out, is from another timeline.
The Cerritos is operational. We've got all Sovereign class.
And of course, we also decanonize Star Trek 3 because of the Oberth class, and Star Trek The Next Generation because we see the Galaxy class, and Star Trek 2 because of the Miranda class, and of course Lower Decks itself because they get turned back into a California class. So I guess, congratulations, everybody. Everything in Star Trek is not canon. Look, I get it. Star Trek Discovery sucked, but it's still a part of canon. I'm not a fan of Star Trek Voyager, but it's still a part of canon. I understand the wishful thinking of getting rid of the stuff we don't like, but loving something means accepting the good and the bad within a franchise. Take care.
Midnight's Edge, Star Trek News Guru, Mecha Mr. H, even Doomcock too. Please don't be offended that I disagree with you. Sure, you guys are nice, smart, and cool, but your opinion about this is dog poo. I love Trek, I have since I was just a kid. And yes, I would like to see Discovery taken off the grid. But I am sick and tired of people like you lying to the masses. I love you guys, but I think you need a kick in your collective active asses. Don't let these people trick you into thinking Discovery is gone. But let me say thank you to my supporters on Patreon. Jason Rogers, Sean Gacklon, James Woods, Twinkle Teaches, Leighton Kresman, Lee Crystal, Laura Finn,